Nobody has ever reported that Mr. Modi had fever. Why? For every question, the answer is we have no information. We have no information. We have no information. It was only me who had to go to Anand Vihar, record a video, and show it to the world. Why was it not somebody who was just passing by Anand Vihar, ISBT, saw it, recorded it, posted it? No. Why is it that I had to go on a flyover, click a picture of Nakli Yamuna and tell it to the world? Everybody knew it. At least 100 officers, contractors and labor knew it. How can somebody who is still working in Delhi University, Delhi's college, claim that he has shifted permanently to Bihar?
So good afternoon, friends. Today we have with us Saurabh Bhardwaj, one of the most prominent faces of the Aam Aadmi Party and the most visible face of the Aam Aadmi Party. He needs no introduction, but he, as far as post goes, organizational post goes, he is the president of the Delhi unit of the Aam Aadmi Party. He's a three-time former MLA and a three-time minister. He had held many important portfolios in the Aam Aadmi Party government.
Thank you so much for calling me. Thank you so much.
Victory and defeats are very common in politics. You win some, you lose some. But generally, when a party, is defeated in an elections, it continues, its work for the next 5 years as opposition, try to come back. Something interesting we are seeing in Delhi is that it's been 10 months. Your face, Arvind Kejriwal, is kind of shifted to Punjab, or if not permanently shifted, he is focusing his attention on Punjab. Deputy Manish Sisodia again is in Punjab. The leader of the opposition is focusing her energies in Goa. You are a party which is born in Delhi, primarily. After that, you won in Punjab. You contested elections in Goa and all, Gujarat and all. Why have you abandoned Delhi in this fashion?
So, I don't think as a party we abandoned Delhi. The thought process in the party is that we are a national party, and once we are free from Delhi, though it is unfortunate, but I think we are using this time as an opportunity to grow ourselves in other parts of the country. So the party decided to give different roles, responsibilities to our main leaders. So Mr. Kejriwal is primarily focusing on 3 states: Punjab, Goa and Gujarat. Manish Sisodia ji and Satyendra Jain ji, they are focusing primarily on Punjab. Mr. Gopal Rai, Durgesh Pathak ji, they are in Gujarat. And Atishi, along with few of our leaders, they are in Goa. And I, by default, I am in Delhi. So as a strategy, party is trying to expand in different states, and Arvind Kejriwal is actually stationed in Delhi, but he is not very active in Delhi's day-to-day politics. So because he is most of the times working behind the scenes for these 3 states: Punjab, Goa and Gujarat.
But that arouses the curiosity.
Yeah. So we are doing good
the
in
top
Gujarat.
leaders are all not in Delhi. I mean, we don't doubt your ability to lead the party in Delhi, but you're giving a long honeymoon period for the BJP government in Delhi.
I think as an opposition, we don't have much to do. And as a opposition, we should give BJP enough time to work and showcase their work in Delhi. And I think as a strategy, we are doing good. This is my personal belief that we have started doing quite well in Gujarat. Gujarat, we are almost 1.5 year away from elections, but kind of crowd we are generating in our public meetings in Gujarat is phenomenal. And though nobody will say it on record, but I can tell you that this is my conviction that the very reason why BJP had to replace all their cabinet in Gujarat is Aam Aadmi Party. We are growing in rural Gujarat phenomenally. And people are seeing a lot of hope in Aam Aadmi Party. And I think if Aam Aadmi Party is able to do something in Gujarat, I think we will be able to puncture this whole narrative of Gujarat model. And BJP knows this, that we can do it.
Although you're not part of the India bloc anymore,
Yes,
this
yes.
focus in Gujarat that you're saying, won't it be working at cross purposes with the opposition?
What? Sorry, I didn't
The
hear.
Congress would, of course, be the main challenger
Ye-
to the BJP. Now, the Aam Aadmi Party will also focus all its energies in Gujarat. Won't it be easier
I
for the
think
BJP to divide the votes and win?
if you listen to what Mr. Rahul Gandhi said in his last public meeting in Gujarat, I think he said it himself that a lot of leaders in Gujarat Congress are working for BJP, and it is not a small thing that a leader at the level of of Rahul Gandhi is saying this. And if you go around in Gujarat, you will get a sense of it that BJP is in power in Gujarat because they have an understanding with a lot of leaders who are in Congress, but they work for BJP. So there is a kind of a tactical understanding that you will be in a position, will not trouble you. We will ensure that your companies or companies related to you get good government contracts. You will live a good, happy life, and we are in the government and you are in the opposition. And I think it is suiting a lot of people who are in Congress there, and Rahul Gandhi knows it. So I don't think Congress will be able to overturn BJP's government of Gujarat. They need Aam Aadmi Party.
This is also a time in Delhi when we discuss pollution, not just in Delhi, the whole of North India.
Yeah.
Every year, it's kind of an annual ritual now. But the government this time claims that pollution levels are, down, comparatively better than the previous 7-8 years. During the Chatt Puja, there was also claim that Yamuna is comparatively cleaner this time. You keep on every day trying to puncture those claims. But my question is not that. My question is, the Aam Aadmi Party was voted out of government. One of the reasons many thought was that you were not able to get the work done. You were on a collision course with the central government all the time. That confrontational approach perhaps was not working for Delhi. Now that there is a government, the BJP government, both in Delhi and at the center, with these claims, how do you see situation is improving, which you could not do, that this government is able to do?
I think a lot of English newspapers and English TV channels created a narrative that Delhi is not getting what it should get because they have Aam Aadmi Party government. So whenever there was an issue which was raised by the elected government, they never went into the ethical aspect of that issue or what is right in our democracy. They always showcased it as a confrontation between officers and the elected government. And I think people bought this narrative, and people, especially the upper middle class and part of middle class, thought, especially the English speaking uh, class of Delhi, started thinking that if there is a government from top to bottom which belongs to one party, for example BJP, there will be a lot of work in Delhi. And the kind of deadlock which was manufactured in the government by the LG of Delhi and the BJP central government, they stopped all the funds for Delhi Jal Board. They stopped the funds for welfare schemes in the health sector. They created a lot of problems. Even the basic work like cleaning of sewer was not happening because certain officers at the behest of LG had stopped those funds. Though the funds were available in the budget, they were there in the kitty, but the government was not able to spend that money. So there was a lot of chaos at the ground level, and people started believing that this chaos can be cured if we have a BJP government in Delhi. Then there will be a central government which is BJP, there will be LG which is BJP, there will be uh, Delhi government which is BJP, there is MCD which is BJP. So now you have BJP from top to bottom, from MCD to Prime Minister, from Mayor to Prime Minister, and from MCD to central government, everybody is BJP. And for last 8 months, what we can see is the government does not even have an intent to work. People of Delhi, as well as the opposition of Delhi, being an opposition party of Delhi, we were mentally prepared to give BJP at least 2 years to fix air pollution and water pollution in Yamuna. We say it with a lot of conviction because we believe that to fix these issues, you need to have certain roadmap, you need to have certain milestones, and it can be fixed. It can be fixed scientifically. But when BJP's government started fudging data, they started manipulating AQI numbers. They manufactured a Nakli Yamuna at the Vasudev Ghat. I think their intention is clear that they don't want to work, they just want to fudge things. They just want to fabricate narrative. And that's why, we have started calling them out. Because right from day one, when this government was formed, they brought in a proposal of installing 6 new AQI monitoring stations. Why? Because this government wanted to install these AQI monitoring stations in the ridge area of Delhi, in the college campuses of Delhi, in JNU, in IGNU, in an engineering college far away in Najafgarh. Why? So that the average AQI reading can come down. If you place these AQI meters in ridge and forest area, obviously AQI will come down. So this manipulation started from there. In spite of that, they were not able to manage it. So they are continuously sprinkling water on these AQI monitoring stations. It is such a shame. And everybody knows it in Delhi. But the problem is newspapers and the media has to publish the figures which are given by the government. You cannot create your own figure. Even if you are a responsible newspaper, you have to take those readings from the government. And the government is fudging data. Everybody in Delhi is coughing. Everybody is sneezing. You have burning eyes. You have problems. Doctors are telling. Even I can tell you, problem is far more than what it was last year or last to last year. But the environment minister of Delhi, every day he comes out in media, he says, look, we have reduced pollution, AQI numbers are coming down. So what do we do as a democracy? And you don't have a magic wand that you can clean Yamuna in 8 months. I agree to it. And we don't expect them to clean Yamuna. But before Chatt Puja, their ministers started, doing tours of Yamuna, started saying, look, we know how to clean Yamuna. Kejriwal didn't know, he wasted 10 years. We will clean Yamuna. And at Hathni Kund Barrage in Haryana, they diverted all the water from Eastern Canal and Western Canal into Yamuna. All the water. Can you believe? All the water which goes for irrigation of UP farmers was diverted into Yamuna. All the water which gets into Haryana for their farmers was diverted to Yamuna just for 5 days, 5 to 7 days, so that the flow of Yamuna is so enormous that all the pollutants which enter this Yamuna from drain number 2, drain number 6, drain number 8 and Najafgarh Nala are diluted, and they are diluted enough that from your eyes, naked eyes, it appears to be a cleaner Yamuna. And then you claim you have cleaned Yamuna. So this is ridiculous, And just before Chatt Puja or just before Bihar elections, you set up the stage that Prime Minister will come and he will celebrate Chatt Puja and he will give Surya Arg. And because Prime Minister is very conscious about his health. In last 11 years, you would never hear that Mr. Modi had a cough or he was sneezing or he had fever. You would have never reported it. You would have reported that Rahul Gandhi is sick, Sonia Gandhi is sick, Arvind Kejriwal has fever. Nobody has ever reported that Mr. Modi had fever. Why? Because he's very conscious about his health. He didn't even get corona. Everybody got corona. He didn't get. Because he is taking care of his health. Or all the infrastructure around him, they are very conscious. So they would never let a Prime Minister take a dip in a polluted Yamuna. He may get a skin allergy. He may fall sick. So his PMO directed them that no bullshitting.
But this is a claim made by
No,
the
this-
AAP and the
this
Congress
is-
that
no,
he was
no.
supposed to go and then he cancelled at the last
I'll
minute.
back my claim with evidence. So the PMO visited the place. The Wazirabad water treatment plant rising mains, which were going, which were just passing through that Vasudev Nala, that was punctured just 5 days before Chatt. It was punctured. A new pipeline was laid from that rising mains to this fabricated, manufactured Nakli Yamuna. Why? For people. You have created these ghats at 1100 places in Delhi. Why was a rising mains punctured only for this ghat? PMO officials visited it, LG visited it, all the ministers visited it, CM visited it. PM was supposed to come. Even many media channels broke this news that Prime Minister will be visiting Vasudev Ghat. But because it was all exposed, he didn't visit, because it would have been much more embarrassing for him that BJP has created an artificial Yamuna for him, and people, ordinary Purvanchalis, are taking a dip in polluted Yamuna, exposing them to diseases, and the Prime Minister has a mineral water Yamuna.
One more question before I open it for questions from my colleagues. This is completely different. If you see the candidates of the Aam Aadmi Party in Rajya Sabha, your pick has always been interesting.
Yeah.
There is a Trident Group chairman. There is chairman of the Ravli Professional University. There is Mr. Sahni. Is there a dearth of genuine leaders in your party that you can send to Rajya Sabha?
No,
that you
actually,
are
people think that we are a very, Garib party. So at least few rich people going to Rajya Sabha, some, rich English-speaking people may also relate to us.
So, but is there something?
It's
in
a
return?
strategic move.
But is there something in return?
No. That's a strategic move.
It's just a good
So that
gesture.
people, so rich people keep, at least they can feel some association with us.
Jatin. Only for Rajya Sabha.
Only for Rajya Sabha. Achha, you have a question for Rajya Sabha?
No, I don't. You have a vacancy now.
We don't have.
Saurabh, you used to talk about how during your experience, basically your experience in government, and when it comes to these large projects like the cleaning of the Yamuna and air pollution, you are willing to concede some time to the BJP government in Delhi to realistically give them some time to make things better on that.
I'll be very honest about it. As a chairman of DJB, which I was for a very brief period, probably for around 6 months or 4-5 months, I was a chairman of DJB. And I gave a full presentation to all our friends in media in my chamber, showcasing all the milestones for Yamuna Action Plan. So Yamuna Action Plan comprises of few things. First, all the unauthorized colonies of Delhi, almost 1700 plus, all their human waste is going into nalas and then to Yamuna. All these, all these colonies need a sewer line. So we were in a process of putting sewer lines, and I think 90% work is done. Most of our STPs were supposed to be retrofitted, and they were to be basically brought up to the new reference points, which are called 10 by 10. At few places, we were supposed to make new STPs. So these were 4-5 points, and I think the fourth point was about ETPs, which is related to industrial waste, effluent treatment plants. So as per our calculation and as per my presentation in 2023 or 2022 probably, we were supposed to reach this deadline by June 2024, probably 6 months before elections. And these are all scientific methods of making Yamuna pollution free. But when this new LG came in, Mr. Vinay Saxena, he, along with his favorite officers who were designated as CEO Delhi Jal Board and Principal Secretary Finance, they started creating hurdles so that none of these projects of Delhi Jal Board gets funds from government. So all these projects related to, putting sewer lines in unauthorized colonies, upgrading STPs, creating new STPs, all these projects were stalled. So the timelines jumped for 2 years. So whatever was supposed to be finished by June 2024 will be completed by June 2026. So as a ex-minister, I can say it with all conviction that if this government allocates funds to all the projects which we started and all the plans which we initiated, you will be able to get a reasonably clean Yamuna by mid of 2026.
My question was going to be that while you concede this, you concede that there is time that is required for this infrastructure.
Yes, but there is no scope of fraud.
Right.
You cannot pull a fraud on the people.
So there is one thing that immediately you would have done, because you as a party took exception to it. You were the incumbent government. You took exception to the fact that, you did about the scheme that was announced by the Prime Minister himself for disposal of 2,500 rupees to women. You also had a similar scheme. That is still not taken off. What is stopping the Aam Aadmi Party from actually going to the people and making that a potent issue? Because that more or less is considered to be one of the main reasons why the BJP came to.
I didn't understand. What are the
25 rupees, jo that Mahila Saman Rashi that the PM himself promised.
Acha, that thing.
You had taken exception to it then. You also
Correct.
were saying that. So what is stopping you as the only opposition or the representative of the opposition?
The problem is that we have so many issues at hand every day that we are not getting time for this issue. Every day they are doing such a fraud that I have 3 topics on which I have to do press conference. And then I say, no. Anyway, newspapers are not publishing it. So I say, let's do one at a time. So we have a lot of issues. And we'll raise this issue also. Probably we'll have to make it a kind of a public movement.
Do you think it has potential to become a war?
Yes.
There is anger among the people.
I think, I can't say that there is anger, but I think if you remind people that you voted BJP for this, then people get angry about it.
As a opposition leader, आप राहुल गांधी ने 3 states में वोट चोरी का, महाराष्ट्र, कर्नाटका and now हरियाणा में. I want your perspective on how do you view the allegations? How much credibility do you think they have? What do you think on a political spectrum? What sort of resonance does it have? In Bihar, when we have travelled, we found that it may not have as much of a resonance on the ground as the Congress hopes it does. So what's your perspective on this?
As a voter, I don't think people will vote on the fact that there was a vote chori, so I will not vote for BJP. It is, you can't make it a election issue, but you can make it a issue of mass movement across the country. there is a organized vote chori happening across the country. And why I'm convinced is I have seen it in Delhi. When I lost in Delhi and when I lost in my constituency, as a sitting MLA, I was meeting so many people every day. There were so many journalists who were visiting my constituency, probably on a daily basis. So everybody who was visiting my constituency knew that I am winning. I knew I was winning. Even BJP people knew that I am winning. So when I lost, I was convinced that there is some kind of a manipulation happening. For sure, there is a manipulation which is happening. And if you look at New Delhi constituency, in 2020 Legislative Assembly election, there were 1,48,000 votes. 1,48,000 votes. In December 2024, there were 1,05,000 votes, or probably 1,06,000 votes. So 42,000 votes had already been deleted. On the top of that, in December, so election is in February, in December, every day deletion applications were coming in New Delhi constituency. And if you add them up, they were around 6,166 applications for deletion and around 11,000 applications for new additions. Right, 2 months before the elections. And if you look at the pattern of deletion, and if you spoke to person in whose name these deletion applications have been filed, they have come on record and they have said it that they never filed these deletion applications. The Chief Minister at that time, Atishi Singh, she gave a written complaint to Election Commission of India, giving all these proofs and evidences that this is how this exercise is happening. Even if you call it a offense of impersonation, that you are impersonating somebody and trying to get votes deleted in a constituency, there should be an FIR. There is no FIR yet. Not even a single FIR. Atishi wrote 2 to 3 complaints to Election Commission. We as a delegation, which included Mr. Bhagwant Mann, the sitting Chief Minister Punjab, Atishi, the sitting Chief Minister Delhi, Mr. Kejriwal, Mr. Sanjay Singh, so many MPs, Raghav Chadda, all of them went and met Chief Election Commissioner, gave this complaint. There has been no investigation. I filed an RTI in August 2025, almost 8 months after we filed the complaint. We asked for details, that what is the status of the complaint, has any FIR been filed, if no FIR is filed, what is the reason, if no investigation has been done, what are the reasons, please give us file notings. For every question the answer is, we have no information, we have no information, we have no information.
But Saurabh, those deletions won't happen automatically by just someone filing a deletion application.
No, it happens
There's
like
a
this
verification after that.
Nothing.
No, there is a process. There is a verification after that.
There is a theoretical process, but practically nothing happens. You give an application and the vote is deleted.
No, I can't give an application.
Yes, you can.
Demanding the deletion of Mr. Saurabh.
Yes, you can.
No, they will check you. No, they will.
Nobody
check.
will check. That's what I am saying. Look,
No,
nobody
that is
will.
not how the process works.
I'll tell you how the process works. The process is that as a responsible citizen, somebody gets to know that this person is not staying at this place. So as a responsible person, you will inform Election Commission that Mr. So-and-so is not living at his place. His vote may be deleted. As a process, a BLO should visit this place and see he is living or not and then delete his vote. But in Delhi, it did not happen this way. Applications were giving, and I am saying it on record, applications were given. They were all impersonation, and on the basis on those applications, votes were deleted. People came on record and said that they never gave those applications. And election commission did not do an inquiry also. Because if election commission does an inquiry, they will find out who gave these applications and why did they give these applications. So this fraud is happening at such. So I'll just point out one thing. So when I was discussing it with Mr. Kejriwal, he is generally very logical about things. Just because I am saying, he'll not believe it. He said, सौरभ यार एक बात बताओ, अगर इतने बड़े लेवल पे ये गड़बड़ चल रहा है तो कोई बोल नहीं रहा, कोई बोल क्यों नहीं रहा? तो I did not have an answer to that, but today I have an answer. इतने बड़े लेवल पे हर मॉनिटरिंग स्टेशन पे ये पाइप लेके खड़े हैं, उस पर छिड़काव कर रहे हैं. कोई वीडियो बनाया किसी ने? मैं नहीं बनाया. किसी के पड़ोस में जहां द्वारका है वहां पे भी तो लोग रोज निकल रहे हैं कि द्वारका में सेक्टर 8 पे पानी छिड़काव हो रहा है. आनंद विहार में near ISBT they are sprinkling water continuously on it. Nobody, because people are so scared of them. People are so scared of BJP and their government, ED, CBI, NIA, whatever. Nobody wants to take the risk.
These are two completely different examples.
No, that's what I'm saying. If an illegality is happening blatantly, nobody is reporting it. Nobody will report it because they are so scared. But otherwise, what is the reason? एक पेड़ कट जाता है तो लोग निकल के आते हैं, एक पेड़ काट दिया. But यहाँ पे दिन रात मैनिपुलेशन हो रहा है. Nobody. Why was it that it was only me who had to go to Anand Vihar, record a video and show it to the world? Why was it not somebody who was just passing by Anand Vihar, ISBT, saw it, recorded it, posted it? No. Why is it that I had to go on a flyover, click a picture of Nakli Yamuna and tell it to the world? Everybody knew it. At least 100 officers, contractors and labor knew it. They were working right there. Everybody knew it. People who are just living there on Majnu Ka Tila, they know it, that they are puncturing the main water line to give water to this Nakli Yamuna. Nobody wants to stick their neck out. People are very scared of them.
Hari.
Sir, I have a follow-up question. You just mentioned that vote chori as something can not work as an electoral issue, but can work as a mass movement.
Correct.
Do you also, when this whole that's also what the Congress is hoping for, and what Mr. Rahul Gandhi's team is hoping for, that sooner or later the younger people, the people of the country are going to wake up and there's going to be a movement against, there's going to be a mass movement against this vote chori allegations. So and also that when these allegations started coming out, there was also a comparison with the India Against Corruption movement that happened previously. What do you think that the Congress or the opposition has to do in a country as diverse as India for this to become a mass movement, where people come out on the streets and protest like they did pre-2014 against corruption?
So I think the first thing which Congress has to understand is that when they call themselves, that we are the ones who are leading the opposition, you have to take everybody along. You can't arm twist your partners and say that my narrative is the narrative, your narrative is not the narrative. So when Mr. Rahul Gandhi spoke about vote chori in Bangalore, and for that matter he spoke about vote chori in Haryana and some other places, he should have spoken about vote chori in Delhi. Because the first time the allegation of vote chori was made by a national party was in December 2024. Arvind Kejriwal, Atishi, Raghav Chadda, Sanjay Singh, they all did press conferences. And they did many press conferences saying that at a mass level, voter deletions are happening, voter additions are happening. And not just 2024, in 2018, just before 2019 Lok Sabha elections, we ran an entire campaign saying that mass deletions are happening. BJP even filed an FIR against Aam Aadmi Party. But they did not investigate it further because mass deletions were happening, and I'll tell you how do we know it. You will not know it. Political party will know it. Why political party will know it? Because on every election, political workers set up their booth, small table, just 100 meters away from the polling station, where anybody who has a problem with his voter ID, electoral roll, he will come to the table and he'll ask us for help. So we noticed at most of the locations which comprise of people from, Dalit community, Muslim community, poor Purvanchal community, not rich Purvanchal, poor Purvanchali colonies. There will be two tables across the road. One will be the Aam Aadmi Party table, another will be the BJP table. And you will see so many people on this Aam Aadmi Party table, and everybody will be saying, भैया मेरा वोट नहीं है, मेरा वोट कट गया है, मेरा वोट वो बोल रहा है, मैं अंदर गया. They will go inside the booth because they have the voter ID card. They have been voting for so many years, so they believe that they will vote this time also. So वो अंदर तक जाता है और अंदर उसको वो जो इलेक्टोरल ऑफिसर बैठा है वो बोलता है तुम्हारा वोट नहीं है. वो इतना ही बोलता है, ये नहीं बोलता कि कहाँ चला गया, यहाँ नहीं है, वहाँ है. तो वो आदमी परेशान होकर बाहर आके बोलता है भैया मेरा वोट नहीं मिल रहा. फिर हमारा आदमी उसके लिस्ट में ढूंढता है, फिर सप्लीमेंट्री लिस्ट में ढूंढता है, फिर नहीं मिलता. तो हमने देखा कि इसमें एक पैटर्न है कि गरीब दलित, गरीब पूर्वांचली, इन लोगों के वोट बड़े लेवल पे काटे जा रहे हैं, बड़े लेवल पे. तो हमको ये 2018 में रियलाइज हुआ ये लोग बड़े मास स्केल पे लोगों के वोट काटते हैं. अब अमीर आदमी का अगर वोट कट जाएगा ना, वो 2-3 दिन में जुड़वा लेगा, वो ऑनलाइन फॉर्म खोलेगा, फॉर्म 6 करेगा, भरेगा, उसका वोट आ जाएगा. गरीब आदमी का अगर एक बार वोट कट गया तो उसका दोबारा भी नहीं बनेगा, क्योंकि उसका मकान मालिक पहले ही सोचेगा कि अच्छा इसका वोट बन गया तो अच्छा, कट गया तो अच्छा हो गया. उसका दोबारा वोट बनना ही बहुत मुश्किल है. उसको दिहाड़ी एक छोड़नी पड़ेगी, जाना पड़ेगा, कागज देना पड़ेगा. तो गरीब आदमी को आपने एक बार डिसएनफ्रेंचाइज किया तो कम से कम 5-7 साल तक डिसएनफ्रेंचाइज रहेगा. ये इस तरह से ऑपरेट कर रहे हैं और बड़े लेवल पे लोग ऑपरेट कर रहे हैं. तो ये इलेक्शन का मुद्दा इसलिए नहीं है, क्योंकि इलेक्शन का मुद्दा इसलिए होता है कि मेरे को क्या मिलेगा, मुझे ये क्या देगा, ये क्या देगा. अब इलेक्शन इस चीज़ पे है. तो वोट चोरी में उसको कुछ ना मिलना है ना खोना है, उसको बहुत दूर का नहीं सोचता. वोटर की वोट चोरी रोकनी है, उसके बाद इनकी सरकार कभी बनेगी, उसके बाद मुझे कुछ मिलेगा, इतने दूर का कौन सोच रहा है. वो तो बिल्कुल नज़दीक का देख रहा है. इसने मेरे को जूते दे दिए, प्रवेश वर्मा ने, इसको मैंने वोट दे दिया. प्रवेश वर्मा ने नकली उसको एक फॉर्म बना के दे दिया, उसके ऊपर लिखा हुआ है दिसंबर 2024 से लेकर दिसंबर 2030 तक का एक कार्ड दे दिया उसको, और उसको दिसंबर 2030 में 1000 रुपये दे दिया प्रवेश वर्मा ने, और दिसंबर 2024 और जनवरी 2025 में उसको 1000 रुपये दे दिए उन्होंने, 26,000 औरतों को. और उसके बाद वो कार्ड लेके औरतें घूम रही हैं, क्योंकि उनको प्रवेश वर्मा ने तो बोला था कि वो जीत जाएगा तो हर साल हर महीने देगा. अब प्रवेश वर्मा मिलते ही नहीं उनसे. तो उन औरतों ने देखा कि प्रवेश वर्मा ने हमको पैसा दे दिया, हमने इसको वोट दे दिया, बात खत्म. तो पब्लिक अब बहुत दूर का नहीं सोच रही. पब्लिक को 10,000 रुपये मिल गए एक बार. उन औरतों को पता है कि जो 10,000 रुपये बिहार में मिले वो अब दोबारा नहीं मिलेंगे. मन उनको लग रहा है एक बार तो मिल गए, चलो हमने इसको वोट दे दिया, ट्रांजैक्शनल. तो वो खत्म हो गया. तो अब वोट चोरी पे तो आपको पूरा का पूरा एक प्रजातांत्रिक तरीके से माहौल बनाना पड़ेगा, उसको आपको शांतिपूर्ण रखना पड़ेगा, वरना वो तुरंत आपके ऊपर NIA लगा के, जो उनको अंदर किया है लद्दाख वालों को, सोनम वांगचुक को, आपको भी अंदर करेंगे. तो आपको इसको शांतिपूर्ण रखना पड़ेगा, मास लेवल पे मोबिलाइजेशन करना पड़ेगा, और दिल कांग्रेस को अपना बड़ा करना पड़ेगा.
ये आपने सौरभ जी, आपने कहा कि वोट चोरी के मुद्दे पर प्रजातांत्रिक माहौल बनना पड़ेगा, और प्रजातांत्रिक माहौल जैसा 2010-11 में देखा गया था इंडिया में करप्शन के माध्यम से, जिस तरह भ्रष्टाचार के विरुद्ध एक माहौल बना था, और उस माहौल से आम आदमी पार्टी निकली, उस समय ये उम्मीद की जा रही थी कि पार्टी जो स्थापित पार्टियां हैं, चाहे राष्ट्रीय पार्टी हों चाहे क्षेत्रीय पार्टियां हों, उनसे थोड़ा अलग होगी, इसकी कार्यशैली अलग होगी। लेकिन जैसे आप देखते हैं पिछले 12-13 वर्ष में जब से आपकी पार्टी है और सत्ता में ऐसा लगता है कि जो शीर्ष पद है वो एक व्यक्ति के लिए ही निर्धारित किया हुआ है। आपके जैसे जो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन भी अमेंड किया और उसमें लगता है वो शीर्ष पद पर जो काबिज हैं आपकी पार्टी के कन्वीनर अरविंद केजरीवाल जी, उनके लिए कोई सनसेट क्लॉज नहीं है। तो ये जो प्रजातांत्रिक मूल्य है, प्रजातांत्रिक जो कार्यप्रणाली है, आपकी पार्टी में क्यों नहीं है कि कोई एक सौरभ भारद्वाज बन जाए?
अभी हमें ऐसा लगता है कि सारा ही प्रजातंत्र लेके हम ही चलेंगे तो हम बंगाल की खाड़ी में बहुत जल्दी पहुंच जाएंगे। तो अभी थोड़ा प्रजातंत्र हमने छोड़ रखा है, जब अनुकूल स्थितियां हो जाएंगे तो पूरा प्रजातंत्र का भार हम ही उठा लेंगे। फिर अभी छोड़ा हुआ है।
Adding to that, Hari's question is this image of Aam Aadmi Party. So one of the biggest issues in the Delhi elections was the renovation of the official residence of the chief minister, and now we are listening to a same kind of reports from Punjab as well. He's been allotted a bungalow, luxurious bungalow and all. So you have not learned lessons, or you don't take this issue seriously?
देखिए, what I believe is that BJP is very scared of Arvind Kejriwal. And the Prime Minister he has a kind of a, what do you call it, phobia for Arvind Kejriwal. And I can see it in a lot of instances. Mr. Modi, after forming the government in Delhi, he has appeared in various public events. Generally, as a thumb rule, Mr. Modi appears in a public event in a state only before elections. Otherwise, he doesn't waste his time. But this time, after forming his government, he was there at the UER, where they wanted all these MCD, Safai Karamcharis, to be his audience. Then he was in Durga Puja in Chitranjan Park, although he is in Delhi for last 11 years, but this time he went to Durga Puja CR Park. He also planned a visit to this Vasudev Ghat. I think BJP and the Prime Minister somewhere believes कि अरविंद केजरीवाल दोबारा उठ सकता है. So the police, which is in the security of Arvind Kejriwal, belongs to the central government. It's Delhi police. So BJP and the Prime Minister and the Home Minister, all of them know it very well that Arvind Kejriwal stays in Delhi. He doesn't stay in Punjab. And you can verify it. The government can verify it from the cell phone locations of Mr. Arvind Kejriwal because they know it. The Delhi police security detail which has, you can ask them, they can come on record and tell where does he stay. So he stays in Delhi. I know it because he stays just across party office. And whenever he is in Punjab, you will see him on the media because he will go to Punjab for some public event. So there is a guest house in the Chief Minister's residence. I think he stayed there probably once or twice. I can say it with all authority, he might have stayed there only once or twice. Otherwise, sometimes he stays in a Punjab Bhavan or a Krishi Bhavan, something like that. Now that building or that bungalow is there for last, I think, 20-30 years. It may have got painted, which is a very usual thing. I think most of these government bungalows get painted quite often, probably once in 2 years, once in 3 years. It got painted. Now they are saying that वो शीश महल वहाँ पे बन गया है. So these are all stories, Earlier they used to say there is a swimming pool, there is a सोने का commode, there is a bar.
Isn't it so easier
Just listen to it. There is a bar where Arvind Kejriwal drinks. Okay. So we said, let there be a tour. Let media tour it. Then they said, no, we'll open it after elections. They didn't open it yet. Then they said, we will make it a museum. Okay, fine, make it. They didn't even make it a museum. Why? Because it doesn't have a bar. It doesn't have a Sone ka commode. It doesn't have a bar. All these are hallucinations. And we gave them a very fair deal. And I am still ready to offer this deal to BJP friends. Let's open Prime Minister's residence to media for one day. And let's open all Sheesh Mahal, Hawa Mahal, Tej Mahal, all mahals for one day. Let media tour them. Na? What is the problem? Let there be a free media tour to Prime Minister's residence, Punjab CM's residence, and whatever new residence they are claiming. Let's have it.
By the same logic, is it very difficult if Mr. Kejriwal is in Chandigarh or in Punjab, he can call the media wherever he stays and tell them that I am staying here, I am not staying at that bungalow, that particular bungalow.
No, he's staying in Delhi.
Why? He can call the media here. Nobody has met him. Why is it so difficult to disprove this?
I'll tell you. You install an Indian Express journalist at that location. He stays on 5 Firoz Shah Road. You are very smart, journalists. I know they are one of the smartest. So they can talk to this, security detail. They can talk to the chai wala who stays nearby. If somebody is staying at a place, there will be 100 ways of, verifying whether this person is staying at that place or not. The problem is that how many times we need to, get these verifications done for us? And why is it that all these verifications are for us? Why are these verifications not there for the Prime Minister or the Home Minister?
Hello.
Sort of anti-corruption जो यूनिट है that has registered a case against you जिसमें उन्होंने आपको नामजद किया हुआ है वो hospital construction irregularities. Sir, what is your take on that? अभी तक उसमें क्या ACB ने अभी तक आपसे कोई भी नोटिस भेजा या अभी तक जांच में कुछ आपसे पूछा पूछताछ की? And my second question is related to the third front. जो third front बनाया था उसमें आम आदमी पार्टी ने काफ़ी जोर शोर से पार्टी भागीदारी की थी. So अभी status क्या है as far as you are there and as far as the आम आदमी party is there? What's their stand on the third front?
तो जो ACB ने केस बनाया है वो केस कहता है कि कुछ अस्पताल दिल्ली सरकार में बनने शुरू हुए और उन अस्पतालों को बनने में उनके टेंडर में भ्रष्टाचार हुआ. तो मेरा ये कहना है, और ये तो सब फैक्चुअल है, ये अस्पताल 2019 से लेकर 2021 के एंड तक बनने शुरू हुए. इसी दौरान इनके टेंडर हुए, इसी दौरान इनकी सैंक्शनिंग हुई और इनका कंस्ट्रक्शन शुरू हुआ. और मैं 9 मार्च 2023 को मिनिस्टर बना. मेरे दौरान ना तो किसी अस्पताल का कोई सैंक्शन हुआ, ना ही कोई टेंडर हुआ, ना ही मेरे पास कोई फाइल इनकी पेमेंट से रिलेटेड कभी साइन हुई. मेरा तो लेना देना ही नहीं है. मतलब आप और ये आप लोगों को उनसे ACB से मांगनी चाहिए FIR. और आपके यहाँ जो लीगल आपकी बीट के जो जर्नलिस्ट हैं उनको उसके ऊपर लीगल ओपिनियन लेनी चाहिए किसी बड़े वकील से और पूछना चाहिए कि जी ये जो FIR है इसमें क्या है. और आपको छापना चाहिए उसको अखबार में कि भाई हमने एक लीगल इल्यूमिनरी से, एक बड़े किसी वकील से इस FIR के बारे में राय ली कीजिए इसमें क्या है. तो वो वकील आपको बता देगा कि वो जो है उसमें कुछ भी नहीं है. मतलब उसमें कोई इंग्रेडिएंट ही नहीं है कि वो उसके अंदर मेरा नाम लिख सके. मगर क्या है कि इनकी ACB है, इनका LG है, इनकी सरकार है, तो किसी के नाम पे भी करा देंगे. इसीलिए तो लोग इनका वीडियो नहीं बना पा रहे. आप ये समझो ना जो इनकी नकली यमुना का वीडियो क्यों नहीं बन रहा? इनके जो छिड़काव हो रहा है स्टेशन पे, उनका वीडियो इसलिए तो नहीं बन रहा. इनके पास अब इतनी असीमित पावर आ गई है कि ये किसी के नाम पे भी एफआईआर दर्ज करा देते हैं, और उसके नाम, उस एफआईआर के बेस पे ईडी मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग की एफआईआर कर देती है. भाई मनी कहीं आया हो, किसी ने दिया हो, उस एफआईआर में कहा हो, तुम्हारी जांच में आया हो अब तक, भाई कोई तो कहेगा कि ये पैसा यहां से सौरभ भारद्वाज के पास आया, हमने दिया, हमने नहीं तो इसने दिया, किसी ने दिया. कुछ भी तो नहीं है, सिर्फ हवा में, सिर्फ हवा में कि इसके यार छापा मार देंगे, इसको थोड़ा हम बदनाम कर देंगे तो हम ऐसा हो जाएगा वैसे होगा. तो अब ये चीज़ें हमारे ऊपर काम करना इनकी बंद कर गई हैं. हम अब बदनामी से डरते नहीं हैं. हमें थर्ड फ्रंट के बारे में मेरी जानकारी कम है ना. अभी तो मुझे कुछ बनता हुआ दिख नहीं रहा. अभी तो 2 ही फ्रंट हैं. प्लीज.
Mr. Bharadwaj, I have 2 questions. One is about one of your, in the papers, your Rajya Sabha MPs, Swati Malliwal. She has been criticizing the party, its leadership. Of late, she has even attacked Kejriwal over that residence in Chandigarh. So, I know legally you cannot, even if you disqualify her, you cannot cancel her membership. But what have you done? Because there are other provisions, whether she is violating the whip. Has your party done anything to see that, why she's continuing as the Rajya Sabha MP despite her animosity with your leadership and the party?
So the problem is that even if you want to disqualify them under Article 10, I think, disqualification. The person who decides disqualification is the chairman of Rajya Sabha. Do you think he'll decide?
No, if
She's
she
working for
violates the
BJP.
whip, yeah.
What?
There is a legal provision. If she
No,
has
that is there. But at the end, who is the judge of that case? The judge is the chairman of Rajya Sabha. It will not be decided in the court of law.
anti-defamation law is applicable to the court.
Yes, anti-defection law is there.
Anti-defamation.
Anti-defection law is there, but the procedure of disqualifying somebody under anti-defection is that the secretary of that legislative party files a complaint before the chairman of the house or the speaker of Lok Sabha or the chairman of Rajya Sabha. And the chairman of Rajya Sabha will initiate proceedings, which is just like a court. It's like a quasi-judicial proceedings. Once the chairman decides that she is disqualified or she is not disqualified, then we can go against that decision in the court of law. But the first court for deciding these disqualifications is the chairman's office. Now the chairman's office is actually a constitutional office, but actually a BJP office. So we don't believe that the chairman office will decide anything against BJP. So it will be a futile exercise.
Has she been following the party whip?
Anything for disqualification of a member of Rajya Sabha will land in the office of Rajya Sabha chairman.
Okay. Second question is about, just now we have seen how Prashant Kishore-led Jan Suraj has emerged, and it has given hope to many youngsters, which is many similarities we have seen, to the emergence of Aam Aadmi Party. But how do you, assess the current position, and do you see that it has any prospects, like, at least as a political observer, a prospects of coming up, in a state like, we call it Hindi belt state, where very politically very crucial and politically very active state?
So I think as a political observer, I can say that it gives a lot of hope that somebody who went around Bihar, campaigned around the ideas of education, health, social welfare was accepted in Bihar, which was always considered to be a state which has caste-based elections. I think it's a kind of a it gives a lot of hope that at least somebody is there to experiment on these things. There are allegations that he is aligned with BJP, but I don't have any evidence around it. So till the time somebody proves that he is aligned with BJP, till that time he is a ray of hope in Bihar.
So you talked earlier about how voters have become transactional and they don't think about long term and they're much more short term in their outlook. Do you think your party with your subsidy schemes on power, on water, or electricity, they have been at least partly responsible in Delhi for making the voters so?
Yes, there were allegations against us by BJP that these are called freak reveries, but various researches and studies by a lot of other organizations prove that whatever welfare schemes we brought in Delhi, whether it was education, whether it was electricity subsidy, whether it was free travel for women, it helped the economy of Delhi. However, when I say that people in Bihar or in other state are not thinking long term about these aspects, I think one institution which is to be blamed is media for that, because media is not helping people develop that critical thinking. Actually, it is the role of media to emphasize things which are good for them. And I'm not talking about newspapers, because I'm talking more about television media. So that is the basic problem. I think that is the main problem in the country, the mainstream media, TV media. Indian Express is an exception.
Dharma.
Saurabh, I have two questions. One is on the electoral roll. You've obviously raised concerns about the deletion process and addition process. The Chief Election Commissioner, when he's been asked about these things, says that all major parties have had issues with the system, and which is why he's brought the SIR exercise. What is your stance on the SIR? Do you think it is going to clean the electoral roll? Will you support it in Delhi?
I think SIR was not brought in to clean the electoral rolls. Had the purpose been to clean electoral rolls, you would not see the chief of Purvanchal Morcha of Delhi BJP voting first in Delhi on 5th February and then again voting yesterday in Bihar. And there are lakhs and lakhs of people. I have today uploaded few videos from various cities in Haryana like Panipat, Sonipat, Gurgaon, where special trains were first created, routes were created by the government in the name of Chatt, that these are the special Chatt trains. However, these Chatt trains are taking away passengers from North India to Bihar post Chatt. Look, nobody will celebrate Chatt after Chatt. You will either celebrate Chatt on that Chatt day or you will celebrate it next year. And you will not go there to celebrate the next year's Chatt now. So if a special train for Chatt is running post Chatt, that means these special trains were run for elections, not for Chatt. And by government's admissions, 12,500 special trains were run. Why? Because they wanted to take Bihar voters from Sonipat directly to Bihar, from Panipat directly to Bihar, from various different Indian cities directly to Bihar. And all these train tickets were done by BJP. Because you can just ask anybody who is sitting in the train that who gave you the ticket, he is saying BJP. You cannot ask him क्या पैसे भी दिए हैं. I doubt BJP ने पैसे भी दिए हैं. And these figures are in lakhs. Lakhs of people from Bihar who are not staying in Bihar, who are not working in Bihar, they were specially brought in to Bihar for these elections by BJP. The district president of BJP at every district is standing there on the railway station saying goodbye to these people. They are all wearing patkas of BJP. They are saying we are going for voting. Because this video is like two days before. And there are hundreds of such videos. So if SIR was to eradicate voters who are not staying in Bihar, all these voters should have been eradicated by now. How is it that all the people who are working in different states like Rajasthan, Haryana, Delhi, Gujarat, how can they have vote in Bihar? Because a BLO was supposed to go there, physically verify that yes, this person is staying in Bihar, that's why his vote should be there. So all this exercise was a farce. So through this exercise, they basically identified BJP voters and they ensured that BJP voters or the voters which can be manipulated, they are part of the electoral rolls, and anybody or probably a lot of them who were non-voters for BJP or who would not have voted for BJP, their names were removed from the electoral rolls.
So do you intend on going to the court against the SIR?
I don't think courts can solve the problem of this country. I don't think so. Election Commission, courts, I don't think these institutions can solve problems which are about taking the government head on. It will be difficult to get justice from courts, at least in such matters.
My second question is about the legacy of the over 10 years of Aam Aadmi Party government in Delhi. So after 10 years, we see that there are things like Mohalla clinics which are being closed, or there are certain things that your government started which the new government will roll back. If you look at the air pollution, it is worse than it was. There's so many things which will look like the lives of Delhiites haven't really improved over these 10 years. How do you see the legacy of your 2 terms in government? And is there something you would have done differently in order to actually make lives of Delhiites better? And I'm not talking about the fight with officers and all that, something you could have actually delivered.
I think you have to depend on scientific solutions. And there are scientific solutions to the problem of air pollution, to the problem of Yamuna pollution, education, health issues. For everything, there are solutions available. The main problem we are facing in this country is all the opposition ruled states. The central government is not letting them work. And all the BJP ruled states, they have installed puppet CMs. They have installed nobodies as chief ministers. So they don't have a vision. And that is the main reason why we are not growing as a country.
Sir, so basically I have 2 questions. First is that from 2015 to 25, the party leaders of Aam Aadmi Party, they were accused of multiple things ranging from corruption to assault. While the corruption charges have often been labelled as political vendetta by the party, when it comes to other charges, what is the internal mechanism that the party has to decide if the person who is facing those charges will be continued within the party or he'll be debarred from the party? Who gets a say in that?
I think the central government, Delhi police and all their investigating agencies, they have fabricated so many cases against our leaders. Now it becomes so difficult for us to even find out which is a genuine one. I am sure there could be some charges who could be genuine. But the problem is that every day they are filing a case. When I came into politics, I had no criminal case against me. Okay? And today I have 7-8 criminal cases against me. Most of them or all of them have been filed by the government, by the central government. The complainants are central government officers or the BJP leaders. So the kind of vendetta politics they are playing against us, we would like to believe that everything is fabricated.
No, sir, but like earlier, let's say before so many cases filed on party leaders, how did the party decide who will be kept, who will be debarred because of the allegations? Who gets a say in it? Are there multiple people? Is it just one person who gets to decide these things?
Usually PAC takes call on such things. Political Affairs Committee.
So my second question is that earlier this year after the elections, the Aam Aadmi Party had relaunched its student wing.
Yes.
And since we've had both the Delhi University elections and the JNU elections, for which the results just came yesterday, when it comes to the relaunched student wing's visibility, there hasn't been much. Why is it so?
So when we launched the student wing, we made it very clear that the intention of the student wing is not to contest elections. We may contest elections in Dusu, like we contested in Punjab University. But this time, during the Dusu time, we were not well prepared for the election, so we did not contest it. Next time we'll contest it.
So, but after the relaunch, has the membership increased when it comes to the student wing? What are the activities that you've been involved in when it comes to campus?
I think they did a campaign for a free metro pass, which was a poll promise of BJP for students. They did raise some issues related to SSC malpractices. They did certain protests in South Campus and North Campus. They are doing small activities.
हेलो सर सर आई वांटेड टू आस्क यू जैसे जब भी फंडिंग की बात आती है सर, जैसे ये जो डबल इंजन सरकार का बोलते हैं सर, जब आपका बजट था तो 75,000 करोड़ था और इन्होंने एनएसएसएफ का लोन भी मना कर दिया आम आदमी पार्टी को, लेकिन खुद से इन्होंने 15,000 करोड़ का एनएसएसएफ लोन भी मांगा, देन ग्रांट्स रेट भी बढ़ गए और हर स्टेट में जहाँ भी ये डबल इंजन का बोलते हैं ये खुद फंड्स रोकते हैं अगर ऑपोजिशन पार्टी है तो, and then for themselves they will ask funds. So how will you counter this sir? Because ये अगर funds नहीं देंगे आपका कुछ जगह पे काम रुकेगा, but then ये अपने जब ये पार्टी स्टेट में भी आते हैं जब ये तो सेंटर से इनको फंड्स मिलता है ग्रांट से नेट में या एनएसएस से फंड तो चलो बस दिल्ली का है लेकिन और जगह इनको मिलता है फंड्स, तो अगर इसको काउंटर कैसे करने का आप सोच रहे हैं?
So I think the solution is to form a government at the center. That is a real solution. But till that time, that's why India is not growing. They are not letting states grow. Wherever there is a government which is not a BJP or a NDA government, they will not let it grow. They will not let it work. So that whole idea of Team India, which was promoted by Mr. Modi when he became the Prime Minister, is all flawed.
Hi sir. So excise policy आपके time पे like the entire सारा issue हुआ था. Now the new government is planning a new excise policy. अभी मतलब आप लोगों का, I just wanted your opinion on the like new government.
So the policy, the baseline of this government in terms of policy is as follows. They will promote private schools and private education in Delhi, and you will see it. They will slowly degrade government schools, and you will see it. They will promote private hospitals and private nursing homes, you will see it. Slowly, they are degrading all the health facilities which were created by our government. First, they have stopped the dark scheme through which people could get free surgeries and free tests even in a private hospital for free. They have stopped it. They have stopped Farishte scheme. Anybody who gets injured on the roads of Delhi will was treated free of cost in any private hospital in Delhi. They have stopped that Farishte scheme also. They have stopped consumables and medicines in mohalla clinics, dispensaries and hospitals. There is a big news today in an English newspaper today, half-page column, saying that there are no medicines and consumables in most of the government hospitals of Delhi. They don't even have saline. And slowly you will see that they will convert government hospitals into private hospitals. You will see it. I have heard that they have already started speaking to a lot of parties. So all the health infrastructure which was being created by us will be converted into private health infrastructure very soon. Because, for example, Shalimar Bagh, we are building a 1470 bedded hospital in Shalimar Bagh, which is just next to Max, and it is 95% complete. For last 6 months, nothing is happening there because the private hospitals do not want a government hospital right there next to Max. Otherwise, who will go to Max? So most probably the government will give that hospital building to a private hospital. And the third thing is this excise policy. Very soon they will bring far bigger, far large liquor shops in Delhi. They used to, criticize us, but they will bring showroom size liquor vents in Delhi, like they have in Gurgaon and Noida. And they will privatize retail liquor business, like we did, because that is the only way ahead.
सर उस समय आप लोग क्या मतलब अपोज वगैरह करेंगे क्या कुछ
हम पीसी करेंगे, आप छापेंगे नहीं, बस.
No, but this is an unfair allegation. Yesterday you put out photographs of a couple of people voting in Bihar and in Delhi. When we contacted them, all of them said, we have now shifted to Bihar, we have surrendered our voter cards
So you
in
did
Delhi.
not print it?
So it should be a substantiated allegation.
No, how was it not? So let me come to it, because you have
No, this
तुमने
was my
छेड़
last
दिया
question.
हाँ, so आपने छेड़ दिया. So there is a chief of Purvanchal Morcha of Delhi, Mr. Santosh Ojha, who stays in my constituency, so I know him. So he voted on 5th February in Delhi's election.
We contacted him. He said.
So
he
I am
has
saying
surrendered his voter
so,
card.
so,
and he
so,
has-
so, 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 so.
He's originally from Buxar itself.
Let's have a reality check. I am saying it with all my conviction and all responsibility. Mr. Santosh Ojha still has vote in Delhi. I am saying it. You check it. Check it on the website. His vote is still there. Secondly, you can't just run around the country. Today I'll vote in Bihar, then I'll surrender my vote and I'll vote in West Bengal, then I'll surrender, then I'll vote in Odisha, then I'll again vote in Assam. You can't do it. If everybody in the country start doing this, so there will be 110 crore people voting in every state election. You can't have it. Now there is another gentleman with the name Rakesh Sinha.
He's a
Professor-
former MP.
Professor Rakesh Sinha.
He's a former MP.
He's a former MP and he's a RSS Pracharak. He's the one who gives sermons on morality on news channels. He likes to be called by the name RSS thinker.
All this is fine.
He's working.
The question is,
I'm coming to your
he was
question.
an MP, he was in Delhi.
He was an MP, he was in Delhi, and
his vote was here. Now he is no more an MP.
How?
He surrendered and he has enrolled in Bihar. You're
Before
giving three examples
I'm
to
giving you
paint
all-
the entire process and including the media.
Just listen to me. Before MP, he was a professor of political science in Motilal Nehru College evening shift, Delhi University. He still is a professor in Motilal Nehru College, Delhi University, evening shift. He stays in Dwarka. How can somebody who is still working in Delhi University, Delhi's college, claim that he has shifted permanently to Bihar? He has actually posted a Form 14 on his Twitter. He has himself posted it. That Form 14 says that please shift my vote from Delhi to Bihar. Reason? Permanently shifted. You just see it. How can a how can a teacher of a college who is still working in Delhi permanently shift in Bihar? His election ID card, which he has himself posted on Twitter, is of April 2025. In September 2025, there was a Duta election in which he voted, in which he campaigned. So he permanently shifted to Bihar in April, and then he is continuously working in Motilal. He is campaigning in Motilal College, he is voting in Delhi University, and then he is claiming, no, my ID card, I shifted completely. This is all, it is complete nonsense. Now, how can you even believe this version that somebody who is still working in Delhi University has permanently shifted it, and his wife is still here? Why didn't she permanently shift with him? She will not. Now tomorrow he'll shift, and tomorrow he'll shift to Bengal. He'll say, now I have permanently shifted there.
सर आप सही कह रहे हैं सर, लेकिन उनके बीएलओ से बात हुई थी, दैट द बीएलओ जिसका एपिक नंबर
संतोष ओझा के,
नहीं
राकेश सिन्हा।
हाँ, राकेश सिन्हा का तो है ना, यहाँ से डिलीट करा के वहाँ बनवाया है. रीजन इज परमानेंट शिफ्टेड.
सर तो उनके बीएलओ से बात हुई जिसने उनका वो बनाया होगा, उन्होंने बताया हम लोगों ने वेरीफाई किया इस चीज़ को, तो वो कहा कि हमारे पास 2 महीने पहले उनका कांटेक्ट हुआ था, उन्होंने ऑनलाइन फॉर्म भरा था, ये भी बोला उन्होंने ऑनलाइन भरा था, फिर हम जाकर के हमने वेरीफाई किया.
ठीक है,
तो फिर उस वेरिफिकेशन
मैं आपकी बात मान गया.
That's what he told us.
मैं आपकी बात मान गया. उन्होंने जो वोटर आईडी कार्ड ट्वीट किया है उस पर देखो तो अप्रैल का वोटर आईडी कार्ड है, डेट ऑफ इशू. भाई एक बात बताओ, अभी क्या चल रहा है? नवंबर. अभी से 2 महीने पहले क्या हुआ? सितंबर.
कुछ महीने पहले ही बोला था, 2-3 महीने पहले.
तो फिर तो फ्रॉड ही किया ना. व्हाट ही हैज कमिटेड इज अ कंप्लीट फ्रॉड. वो आ गया और उसने बीएलओ को फोन करके बोला आ जा. बीएलओ सरकारी आदमी है, क्या होगा? बीएलओ एक सरकारी टीचर होगा ना, प्राइमरी स्कूल का, बिहार सरकार का. उसको फोन गया होगा ऊपर एसडीएम से कि साहब के पास जाओ और साहब को वेरीफाई करके आओ. साहब के पास गए, साहब ने वेरीफाई कर लिया, हो गए. तो उन्होंने बीएलओ तक के साथ फ्रॉड किया. ऑब्वियसली बीएलओ विल नो हिम. हाउ कैन नोबडी नो हिम? अरे the BLO knows him, the DM knows him, the SDM knows him, the Prime Minister knows him, everybody knows him. Still he is voting 2 times. What a shame for a country.
Sir, on
Now,
that note,
now believe lakhs of people whom nobody knows. They are voting left and right. Everywhere they are voting. That is vote chori.
sir, on this hypothetical note, let's end this. Thank you so much, Saurabh, for spending so much
Thank
time
you.
with us and answering all the questions. Very
Thank you,
patiently.
thank you.
Thank you.